Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 FES. And this is it. This is the last episode of Persona 3, because we will be taking on the ultimate opponent today. Now how do we battle the ultimate opponent? Well, as you could probably see before the episode started, this is not January 31st. This is 8/18, which means I'm basically New Game Plus. If we come over to Liz's Velvet Room, we can actually go and see that a new request is unlocked in New Game Plus. A couple of things change in New Game Plus. Mostly you lose all your items, which is a giant pain in the butt. But if we go to request number 55, defeat the ultimate opponent. Far below, beyond a door, by the entrance of Tartarus, lies the ultimate adversary. Please fight this opponent alone. And the reward is an omnipotent orb. Now, the omnipotent orb itself is not really worth getting. It basically makes you invincible to everything except Almighty. This can be gotten by, well, a hard item by Messiah, but it's only a 1 in 100 chance. But that's not the main reason why we're doing this. It's basically the most difficult task ever produced in Persona. History, which is, well, I obviously wouldn't beat it. This is in my history, well, technically, for me, this is the only super boss I've never beaten in a Megami Tensei game. So, today we're going to be, well, doing that. Now, what do we need to take on this ultimate boss? You need to be level 99. At level 99, your HP and SP cap at 999. Very helpful to do. Also, great feeling. It's not a bad idea to get. It doesn't make too big of a difference, but it is very helpful if you have it. Next, we're going to be looking at my equipment. I choose the Lucifer Blade. You can also use an item that you combine with Orpheus Telos to make you reduce damage to magic attacks, but I prefer Lucifer's Blade. Just gives you plus 10 all stats of your personas. Very handy. Also 450 attack can sometimes be helpful. Next is the Armor of Light. This is a heart item given to you by Messiah. It resists physical high. Very, very helpful. Also 170 defense. Very nice. Our sandals do not matter here. We can wear any armor on our feet. It doesn't matter, because you really cannot evade anything with our accessory that we're going to be bringing in here, called the Divine Pillar. This is the heart item given to us by Aliat of the Empress Arcana. Basically what this does is we can no longer dodge, but lowers all damage received. Almost required to defeat this boss, in my opinion. You could try and dodge a lot, but I would not recommend it. Anyways, now that's been taken care of, let's look at our personas. First up is Satan of the Judgment Arcana. Satan is one half of the fusion spell Armageddon. We're going to give Satan Spellmaster so we can potentially cast 2 Armageddons in a turn. For those who know, Armageddon takes all your SP away, but if you have Spellmaster, only takes half. Very helpful. Next up is Lucifer, which we will not be bringing. He's simply there in case I need to use Spellmaster for something else. Next, we have Orpheus Telos. Now, I did an all social link run. Why did I do this originally in my Let's Play? Because to fuse Orpheus Telos, you need the Cypher's Mask, which we receive if we have every social link complete. Now, what makes Orpheus so helpful against the ultimate opponent? Well, as you can see, he has 99 stats, which really he doesn't come with that. You kind of need Lucifer's Blade or a similar item or a bunch of cards to boost his stats up. But he's also strong to Mudo, Hama, every type of magic and every type of physical attack. Very helpful. Here's what is not very helpful about Orpheus. He can basically inherit any type of move. This is good, but not in the way we fuse him. To fuse Orpheus, you have to combine Asura, Metatron, Thanatos, Messiah, Chiyu, and Hallel. That's basically more than 30 different skills going and fusing into Orpheus, each of which has an equal chance of being inherited. So, what are the primary skills you want to inherit on your Orpheus Telos? Most likely Unshaken Will and High Counter. Unshaken Will prevent us from getting any status ailments, excluding poison, which is not coded as a status ailment for whatever reason. High Counter is also very helpful for the strategy that we're going to be executing in this video. Next up, we have Elecamp, which increases our electric attacks by 50%, bringing the strongest electric attack in the game, Thunder Rain, and also Mind Charge to boost our Thunder Rains even further. Medea and Victory Cry were not intentional. Basically, I do not need Salvation unless I get poisoned, and if I do get poisoned, I have Messiah for that. And Victory Cry, well, it's just basically a filler move. Next, we have Hallel, which is the other half of Armageddon. You need both those personas, or you should not even attempt this. Next is Anata, which can perform the fusion spell Infinity, which is required. You cannot do this without Anata. Do not even try if you do not have this persona. Next up is Vishnu, the other half of Infinity. Vishnu also has salvation, which you probably will not be using. It's probably way safer to use it on Messiah. You basically just need Ananta and Vishnu to do this. Without them, it's impossible, as far as I know. And next, Messiah, he has Enduring Soul, very handy skill, and Salvation in case we need some healing. Next up, this can be basically any persona, but you want to have 3 auto skills, Tarukaja, Rakukaja, and Sukukaja. Very handy to just make sure your first 3 turns you take as little damage and do as much damage as you can. With that being said, that's pretty much it. Also, I'd like to mention that I gave my Satan Victory Cry, so every time he uses Armageddon and defeats a foe, well, I get all my SP and HP back, which is be very helpful for clearing out Monad. Anyways, let's look at our healing items. Now, when you New Game Plus, you lose every single healing item, so I just basically spent a lot of money on medicinal powders. I also have 5 somas, and I believe 7 bead chains. Most important though, outside of healing items, you want homunculuses. These can be gotten very easily on the 99th floor. Just keep going back up there and see if you can find rare chests. You can also craft these, but I find that method to be a lot easier. Why do we need these? Because there is no guaranteed way to block the ultimate opponents, Hama and Mudo skills, which they'll use a maximum of 4 of those instant kill skills a turn. Or at least not a turn, but kind of their cycle, I guess is the best way to describe it. Having as many of these is helpful. I think 5 will be more than enough. Just make sure you bring that. Anyways, so what else do we need to prepare for this boss fight? Well, do not bring any party members with you. Like the description for the quest said, go alone. Do not bring any member of Cease, or you will die instantly. Also, make sure that none of your equipped personas have any null, or I think null and absorb. I'm pretty sure resist is also not. It might not be resist. I'm not sure. You could probably bring resist. Maybe. I don't know. Just don't bring any of those skills on your personas. If you do have one, it's not the end of the world. Just make sure the opponent is not going to use the move the next turn. If you absorb, let's say it does an electric attack, and you absorb the electric attack, it'll just kill you and won't even do the electric attack, so do not bring any of those personas. But if you have an Orpheus and those 4 other personas that I mentioned earlier, you should be all ready to take on this boss. Now, if you've gotten this far into your preparations, I applaud you. This is not easy. Unless you're playing on the PSP version, which kind of make this boss a joke in my opinion. But yes, we have to get to the 10th floor of Monad, so we got to go up to 9 floors. Kind of a pain. This is made very easily with a Satan that has Victory Cry. This is literally a walk in the park if you have that combination. These Monad enemies are seriously a joke if you have Armageddon. I'll just show it off right now. Did not want to do this against the final boss because that would have been so cheap and not very cool. I've seen that attack about 500 times now. I'm kind of getting tired of it. Always does 999 damage to everything, and it's almighty, and it can't be blocked ever, which is pretty nice. So yes, with Satan, it is a very monotonous climb back up to the 10th floor of Monad. That is why I will be cutting it, and I will see you on the stairs of Monad's 9th floor. And after many, many battles later, we are finally at the 9th floor of Monad. Before you go into the 10th floor, equip your Trio Auto persona, and then head on up to see the ultimate boss of this game. That's right, it's her.
I have been waiting for you. The adversary I asked you to defeat is now standing before you. Yes, I am referring to myself. I have long sought an understanding of who I am, just as you and my master have done. Those who set foot in the Velvet Room are all destined to embark on this search for identity. I have come to know power in many forms. If I face one whose power exceeds my own, then I may discover an answer to my question, the truth of my existence. You may be able to give me that answer. Will you do me the honor of fighting me? You have my thanks. Now, shall we begin?
Is it just me, or does it seem like she wants to fight? What? Her power is unbelievable! Who is she?
She is this game's ultimate boss. And on the first turn, if you have Orpheus Telos with Mind Charge, I highly suggest you use it right here.
I make my living as an elevator attendant, but I know several effective ways of inflicting pain. Don't worry, I'm not as fragile as I look. Try to kill me, if you can.
Now Liz is one heck of a super boss. She boasts a total of 12 different forms and 12 different personas, I want to say. Not really too sure on that. She also has 20,000 health. Kind of a big deal. On the first turn, you want to Thunder Rain. It's going to do a ton of damage. Also bring a calculator with you. Kind of important. So 672. Okay. Our goal here is to get her to 9,000. Okay, you need to add that up too. To 9,600 HP. At that point, she will counterattack herself one more time. And then we can use Armageddon to seal her fate. This is the second turn. We're going to do another Mind Charge to take advantage of our auto skills. That one did not do nearly as much because we did not Mind Charge, which is perfectly fine. Now she is going into Thor. Thor is kind of a pain for me to deal with personally because, well, we cannot hit him with either the counterattacks, and all of our auto skills are going to go away, unfortunately, since it's the third turn. So I'm just going to take this time to Mind Charge and hope she hits me with an auto attack next turn. And now she is going to go into Wind Form. Wind Form, she will use Kukulin, who will do some wind attacks. And alright, please hit yourself, please hit yourself. Yes! 465 more damage. So far, we're doing pretty good. We may need to heal up this turn, though. On phases 1 through 4, those are basically your attack turns. However, when she gets to her next turn, when she's Metatron, we're not going to be able to attack her with any elemental attacks, so you gotta watch out for that. This is why we brought all those Homunculuses. She's going to spam the strongest form of Hama and Mudo skills 4 times. 4 times. Kind of a pain. So you got to make sure that we dodge these and do not die. That'd be very painful. She can also hit us with her basic attacks, but chances are she may not do that. I don't know. Looking for our first bead chain here. 7 more in reserves. We should be fine. I predict we're going to win this battle. But it's kind of random, so we have to hope. This is her turn, and she was on Alice. We can still not use any elemental skills, so we're just going to Mind Charge right here. She had a potential to do Mamudun, which is very scary. However, I will talk about that later. This is the most threatening... God dang it. This is the most fearsome phase. When she's in Neburos, be very careful. This is why you need Unshaken Will. Immediately after she has done her status ailment turn, go into either Anata or Vishnu and cast Infinity. If you do not, you lose instantly. That is why you need Unshaken Will. If you're charmed or you have, I don't know, Eerie Sound, or you're infused with Rage, you cannot cast Infinity, and you will lose. This Megidolon coming from Masakado will kill you in one hit. It does 9,999 damage. No way to dodge it. Very important that you have Vishnu and Anata for this reason. Now, I stated early in the video that my Orpheus does not have salvation, which was kind of a bummer, but I didn't feel like I need it. This is why we have Messiah. However, Messiah does not have the best resistance to physical attacks, so we get hit with physical attacks, we're kind of going to take a lot of damage. I, however, think it's beneficial, so we're going to use salvation and get up to max HP yet again. After she has done Masakado, she will go back to Cert and use fire attacks, or in this case, I guess just physical attacks, which is perfectly acceptable, even though we didn't get any counters, because, well, my Messiah does not have high counter. Anyways, back to our weird AV Mind Charge. Okay, we're going to use a Thunder Rain. Cert does not actually resist electricity, despite the wiki actually saying that, but yes, that will do kind of not the best damage, but it's alright. Technically, the most damage we can do is on Kukulin, which we may not even always get to see. So, now she's on Jack Frost. Jack Frost also does not null electricity. Don't know why it says that, but it's whatever. We're going to cast a Soma right here. I believe he is strong against electricity. And yeah, she's going back into Thor. Any more damage. Once you kind of have the pattern down, you'll pretty much be okay. Okay, we still did not get a counter, which is very unfortunate. We're going to Mind Charge, and then when she is on the Persona Kukulin, we're going to hit her up with a Thunder Rain. So come on, bounce it back, come on, you know you want to. Even if the bounce back attacks do not actually do damage to Liz, we still want them because it prevents damage from our antagonists. 826, that is really good damage. Our goal here, as I said before, is 9,600 or 9,500. Either or will be fine. And then all she has to do is counterattack herself one more time. We can kill her with Armageddon. The reason that we do this strategy is because there is actually a time limit on this boss fight. Yes, if you do so many turns, she will just go into her final persona, Pixie, and just kill you instantly. Even if you have Infinity up, it won't save you. Gosh, can I get a counterattack today? Goodness, this is the worst luck ever. At least we haven't burned through one of our homunculuses yet. It's my charge again, and hope for the best. Okay. She's now going back to Nebros. Hopefully we'll not get poisoned this time. It is, I believe, a 50% chance. Very, very annoying. And oh great, just add insult to injury. We did not get the counter back. Going back into Anata to cast Infinity. This is pretty much the entire boss fight. You just go through this cycle. If you have the required personas and you know how the battle functions, you should be fine. It's literally just a fusing, like, spree, basically. You just gotta hope you have the correct items and the correct personas. If anything, it's just a prerequisite, and it kind of is annoying to do 10 hours of grinding just to fight one boss, but hey, it's alright. This is the ultimate persona challenge, after all. Heck, I'd say it's the second hardest boss in all of Shin Megami Tensei, but I don't know. That's debatable, but we'll get into that in another day, most likely. Going back into Messiah, cast Salvation, we gotta get this poison off us, and we also gotta get a full HP. It's very, very important. Also, do not attack her on this turn. She is technically still in Masakado, and she will block literally everything. So just take that turn, either Mind Charge or heal accordingly. Back to Cert. Unfortunately, this is gonna do 2 magic attacks this turn, which, actually, come to think of it, isn't the biggest deal in the world since I was on the Messiah. And his regenerate is very helpful. Okay, going back in Orpheus. Let's see. Do we have a Mind Charge up? I think we do. So this Thunder Rain should be doing a hefty amount of damage. We're getting pretty close. Okay, 577. Alright, we're getting closer and closer. It really does come down to a coin flip, though. If you get a counterattack on her first turn, she will heal herself to full HP, basically. If you go under 10,000... she can heal herself all the way back to full, which is very bad. But we're getting pretty close here. This is actually a very clutch moment. Oh, man. Can we do it? We're very, very close. Come on. Do not bounce back. Oh, gosh, a crit. No, no, no. This is the worst thing that could happen. Oh, gosh, this is super bad. We still can get crit. She can get crits. She doesn't do it all that often, but we are almost halfway done with this fight. Hopefully the next Mind Charge Thunder Rain will put her... well, it's not really over half. That wasn't really what I was talking about. It's kind of like she says a line of dialogue, and then you're technically halfway done with the fight. And Magarudan's going to do a ton of damage, though. Let's hope we can do a ton of damage in retaliation with our own Thunder Rain.
Magnificent. Your power is every bit as impressive as I'd hoped. But the curtain has just risen. Show me your best performance.
So now we are halfway done with the boss fight. We still have a lot more to go. 90 damage! Oh gosh, that was really close. Come on, come on, come on. Let me live, let me live! Thankfully, we still have Homunculuses to dodge these attacks. If she decides to do... okay, good, we lived. Thank goodness. That was cutting it a little close, I will admit. But to get that Mind Charge Thunder Rain in when she's on Kukulin is very important. Going to have a Mamadoon. Alice is going to spin around and try and kill us in one hit. Although it missed, which is very beneficial. One more. Okay. I'll take that. It's not big of a deal. I got 5 more. We haven't used a Homunculus yet, so that's looking pretty good. Did not get that turn either. We're going to Mind Charge, so when she goes back to Cert, we can hit her again. Once you get the cycle down, it really is kind of a predictable boss fight. You basically just need a little bit of luck, and the proper persona is going to be fine. That Marikaran can never hit us. Hopefully we'll bounce this attack back. No, it doesn't look like it. That's perfectly fine, too. After that, we got to go into Anata or Vishnu, either one will do, and cast Infinity. You want to be careful with Vishnu, though. He does resist that fire, so if she is on Cert while you have Vishnu equipped, she'll literally just kill you, and there's nothing you can do. The Megi Dolon turns, in my opinion, are kind of just like the breathers, you know. If you have Infinity up, you can just take a break and be like, alright, I'm fine, I'm safe this turn. Our HP and SP are actually looking very good for this next rotation, so hopefully we'll be able to take her down. It's been like 10 minutes so far on this boss fight. Let's see if we can go into Orpheus now. And we still do have the Mind Charge. I'm going to use a Medicinal Powder here, though, because we can actually not do damage because she's still in Masakato. So now she is into Cert, and the Maragadine is going to do 168. Kind of a lot of damage, and she's going to do 2 this turn. That's fine, that's fine. We still have enough HP to tank those hits. And next turn we should be able to do the Thunder Rain. So this is a Mind Charge Thunder Rain. Let's see how much damage this does and how much I need to put in my calculator. 555. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there very slowly, might I add, but we're creeping up eventually to that damage threshold. Alright. Gonna get hit with a second magic attack. I'm not getting lucky with these counterattacks, which is really a bummer. We're gonna pop a Soma here just to get full SP and HP back. Heal all the way back up to full. Come on. Well, actually, these counterattacks don't really matter since Thor also resists all physical attacks, so you cannot hit him with any of those. Alright, the Mind Charge coming in again. Let's see how well we do, or how much damage we can do on this turn when she's in Cold Calling. We basically just want to abuse the turns that she is Cold Calling and do as much damage as you can because it is not resisted. It takes completely normal damage against electric attacks. So, Thunder Rain, come on! Do some massive damage. How much damage are we gonna get? We're gonna get a clean 800, not bad. We're almost halfway done with this boss fight. Hopefully she will get these countered. Or not. That's fine too, I guess. The Mahamon is hopefully going to be dodged. Hopefully, yes. So, okay. So if we can dodge the next 2 ones, that'll be great. We're going to go and use another bead chain. We only have 4 more left. I probably should have gone off screen and got some more beads, but I think we'll be fine, honestly. And yes, that actually got countered. 434. We're going to put that on our calculator. And, okay. What do I need to do next? We're going to Mind Charge, so when she goes back to Cert, we can do more damage. And that's pretty much just the boss fight in general. If you don't mess up and don't make any misplays, you should be fine. We got really unlucky with those poison mists. Hopefully we'll not be seeing any of those. Okay, 2 sexy dances. The charm will not affect me because I have Unshaken Will on my Orpheus. And okay, so far looking good. Let's go back into Anata and we can take another breather. Okay. So far, I haven't messed up yet, although we could still screw up at any point. Infinity takes a lot of SP because it is a percentage of your SP, not a fixed amount, which is kind of a bummer, but that's the way the game was built, and, well, can't really complain about it. I mean, this game's been out for a pretty long time. I really doubt they can patch a PS2 game, so... Megidolones are going to come out, and okay... Let me do some math. How many more turns can we survive? Honestly, if you have a similar setup to mine, though, you should not worry about the turn limit. You should be fine. If she heals herself all the way to full, though, you should kind of worry and probably just reset, in my opinion. But, hey, that's my opinion. You can probably beat her with your own strategy. This is the one I'm going with 425 more damage. Going on to Liz. That's what you get for using auto attacks. You probably should stick to your magic attacks if I were her, but hey, it's whatever. She does have a chance to crit me sometimes. Alright, Thunder Rain. See how much damage this can do. Hopefully, okay, 566, good, but we're still, I estimate like another, I don't know, we're gonna have to do some more damage here. 174 coming out to me, please! Counter, nope, didn't happen, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna Mind Charge this turn so we can hit Kukulin, okay, so far. Doing a lot better than I did in practice. The first time I ever played Persona 3, I attempted this boss fight many times. Could never defeat her because I was not prepared properly. Mostly I did not have homunculuses. This time, however, we should be good. 219 health. Do not want to be in that range of HP, so I'm going to use another bead. Or should I say bead chain. And the Maragadine is going to come out. It should do. I keep saying it's going to come out a lot. Don't I? I'm very nervous, okay? I'm very nervous, and I really hope my calculator does not explode randomly, because then I would lose how much damage I've inflicted to Elizabeth. Which would be bad. Anyways, Thunder Rain. I'm expecting around 800 damage, maybe more. Oh, wow, exactly 800. That's a little odd. She does not have very much HP left, however. Let's see. We dodged that attack, which is also very good. And, well, doesn't really matter. I suppose if this one even did hit us, we still have homunculuses. Well, we got really lucky. This is primarily why you want Orpheus. He's just so good for defeating Liz. You just block everything. Right here, we're going to go for an auto attack. Just to knock her and do a little bit more damage. I believe if we do too much damage with Thunder Rain, we will not win, which is bad. So, may hit her with another auto attack depending on what my HP is looking like. I really need to add up the numbers, though. My auto attacks do about 200, a Mind Charge Thunder Rain does about 800, and a normal Thunder Rain does about 300. I don't know what I should do here. I guess we'll just go for another one. We got 2 crits in a row. That's honestly not that uncommon. That's good. Okay, another counter. That's really, really good. Okay, so let me put that all in. We might be able to pull this out. Okay, before I forget anything, though. We desperately need to... Oh my gosh, can I end it this turn? No, I can't. We're gonna go into Anata, cast Infinity once more. Do not heal. I really do not want to misclick here. And okay, so far looking good. This could be my first successful attempt ever on Liz. I've never defeated this boss, and this is kind of a big moment for me, actually. Gonna do another 2 Megidolones. Okay. I'm honestly, because you cannot, like, do over 9,700 damage, because if it's her next turn, she will simply just cast Dioharon and heal herself 100%. This is a very tricky boss fight. Let's just see how we do, though. Going to, I guess I'm just going to use a Soma, just to be on the safe side. I think at this point, we basically just have to wait for her to do 400 more damage to herself, then cast Armageddon. But, if she auto-attacks him counter on the first turn, we basically lose. So this comes down to a coin flip. Will she counterattack the first turn or the second turn? I'm hoping for the second turn, obviously. So, are we gonna get it or not? I don't know. She seems to not want to even use basic attacks here. This is kind of bad. Oh, man. And, well, Thor really doesn't matter. I'm gonna probably pop another bead. Just because, well, I don't like being around this HP threshold. Do I use them? No, I should probably use the bead. We got 2 more beads left. It's fine, it's fine. We're getting very close to the end of this boss fight. So hopefully we can pull out the win here. Okay, 175 damage. Not too terrible. Is it me, or does Thor do semi less damage than Surt? I don't know. Maybe. Anyways, so... just gonna use another medicinal powder. We're basically just stalling to see if she will auto-attack me when she's not in Thor. Okay, don't counter. Okay, don't counter. Counter. We just beat her. The second you were over 10,000 damage onto Liz, go and use Armageddon and end this boss fight. We just won. We just beat the hardest boss in Persona history.
I believed that I would find my answer when I challenged one who was stronger than me. But I was wrong. I have received no such revelation, not even in defeat. Wait, I am mistaken. The answer is this. Only I can decide who I am. Now, I believe congratulations are in order. You have overcome the most difficult obstacle I've placed in your path. You shall receive your reward, the same as always. But please accept this as well. It is no reward. It is a sign of my gratitude. Well then, good day.
And wow, I'm actually at a loss for words. I never thought I'd actually beat her, and thank you for the wonderful time. Now please make your way to the entrance. I have some thinking to do. I shall see you again in the Velvet Room. Oh my gosh, guys, you don't understand how happy I am that I actually did this. This is the first time I've ever done it. Now, I could have easily just bought the PSP version and done it very easily, but I feel like if you do it on the original FES version, you're kind of a cool kid in a way. Anyways, the platinum bookmark that she gave us does nothing. It basically isn't. It's just to show that you beat the boss. The real reward, however, is the omnipotent orb, which once you have it, the rest of the game is literally face roll. There is nothing really left to do. If you beat Elizabeth, you have beaten Persona 3. There is nothing left to do. It's pretty much the most difficult task Atlas has ever chucked at a Persona player, but not the most difficult task ever thrown at the Megami Tensei franchise because, well, not to spoil that, but that is probably an episode for another day. Anyways, now that we have the Omnipotent Orb, this Let's Play is 100% officially over. I've showed off every single challenge that this game has to offer, and, well, there's not really much left to do. I sincerely hope you enjoyed this Let's Play, and before we go, though, we should probably check out... Yeah, let's actually check out the Omnipotent Orb. Nullifies all attacks except Almighty. Pretty happy to see those words finally, not gonna lie. This is a pretty surreal moment for me, and alright, let's go to our key items and look up what the Platinum Bookmark does. It's Elizabeth's Precious Bookmark. It literally does nothing other than that. It doesn't discount the compendium or anything cool like that. But yes, that is everything that Persona 3 has to offer. Thank you all so much for watching this series, and I hope to see you in the next Let's Play.